What's up, guys, and welcome. I am your bearded dynamo, and as always, I have brought you something super awesome. But I want to apologize to everybody out there. I know I've been on a brief hiatus. I apologize, and I beg and ask your forgiveness. But with that being said, I hope you guys are ready for something that I think is pretty cool. Let's go. And welcome back, guys. Again, I am your bearded dynamo, and today I'm touching a very controversial button when it comes to console gaming right now. And that button is Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation 4. Now, I am playing it on my PlayStation 5, so it has a slight bit of advancement, I guess you'd call it. So I'm going to be talking about that, and I want to let you guys know that it is playing currently on patch 1.3. And we'll get into that a little bit later, so without any wait, no further ado, Cyberpunk 2077.
Alright guys, welcome to Cyberpunk 2077. Now I do apologize, this is an M-rated title, however, I have managed to cut out about 99.9%. The last clip I've got does, unfortunately, it does have some adult theming language, but that is warninged and labeled, so responsible folks, please avoid that. Cyberpunk 2077, now this was an action roleplay game developed by CD Projekt, which, given all the controversy it's had, is pretty amazing considering it gave us The Witcher, especially, you know, the massive open world of The Witcher 3, so I want to give you guys that one. Now, you play in the first-person perspective. Now, this was released for Windows, PS4, Stadia, Xbox One, and then of course it references the 5 and the Series X and S, but we haven't gotten, at least as far as I know, we haven't gotten those yet. Now, this is one of those amazing, kind of unusual games, so I feel bad. I do. I know that the game has had tons and tons and tons and tons of opportunities to, you know, give us the game we wanted. Now, I played with the 1.2 patch, and there were still a lot of really, really rough sections. But however, you know, I've been playing with the 1.3 patch here, and it's actually not terrible. I'm not noticing near as many, you know, laggy sections. I do notice a little bit of combat lag, but it's very, very, very brief, and it doesn't really take a huge effect. Now, if you were waiting for the game, or waiting to pick up the game until it was more stable, you know, now is not a bad time. They are, you know, adding content. They're also making sure that they've got the sort of the hiccups and the glitches and things taken care of, so I'm always hoping that, you know, we'll get a 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, and, you know, hopefully sometime soon we've got a 100% playable version of the game. But, you know, I'm just waiting. However, you know, with the increased processing power of my PS5, I am able to actually play the game, and I'm able to enjoy it. And, you know, even on the 1.3 patch, which we've got now, the 1.2 patch wasn't terrible. It did clear up a lot of the bugs, but you've got this character, V, which you create, male, female, it's up to you. And you've also got a whole slew of different combat options, both close and ranged, as well as cybernetic enhancements that you can purchase and have installed, which is pretty wild. It's not what you would expect, but given the fact that it takes place in 2077, and it has this overall very sci-fi vibe, and anyone who saw Judge Dredd, not the new one with Carl Urban, the original, that really seems to be kind of the layout here. Kind of grungy slums, but you do see a lot of really nice areas, and you do have a couple of options when you pick your character that kind of set up your beginning storyline. So it's definitely, I wouldn't say the greatest game of all time, but it's fun. And if you own the game and had nothing but problems, tell me about the bugs that you ran into. Comment down below, let me know. And again, I'm gonna say this, after this is all over and we get back to me in front of the camera. Like, subscribe, comment down below. If you like the content. And as always, the bell notification icon lets you know every time I post something new, so that's always cool. And I made sure that I tried to make my guy look kind of like me. Your bearded dynamo, rocking Cyberpunk, trying to be as family friendly as possible. But it's very, very difficult with a game like this. But if you're out hunting for Cyberpunk, you might get lucky. I managed to find the Cyberpunk 2077 with a Steelbook bundle. It was really a good deal, and given the amount of trouble I've been having, it's not hard to find. But absolutely one that I recommend, purely on the fact that it gives you a lot of options, and if you're playing 1.3, then you shouldn't really have a whole lot of issues. And there's always a chance we may see 1.4, and that may stabilize it even further. So there's no way of really knowing what we're looking at, but all I can say is yes, it had a lot of issues. Yes, it was probably one of the biggest letdowns of the last probably 2 years, aside from the fact that they've been touting it for years. But when it works well, it works really well. The character models are fairly diverse, which having all the cybernetic modifications, it definitely gives you a lot of options. And a lot of these are options that later on down the line you can purchase and have installed or attached to your character. And of course you've got your different stats you level up, you got your different abilities you level up, you've got skill trees. It's very much first person, sort of a Skyrim meets sci-fi, which is pretty cool. Like, I love Skyrim. I still play Skyrim today. I think I played earlier today just to kind of dust off the cobwebs in my thuming. But this is definitely one of those games, if you got a strong stomach and you can handle the aggressive language. It has a lot of that, a lot of suggestive themes, but the game is rated M for mature, and it does that with very good reason. So there's not much else that I can really say, sort of without going into too much detail. However, I will say that you have, like I'm showing right now, you have the ability to kind of scan items and objects, and then of course, you've got your buddy Jackie, who is a very, very well fleshed out character. He's very family oriented, but this is sort of the world we build. You got vending machines in your bedroom, in your living room area. It has things that could be done a lot better, but it also does a lot of things really well. The fact that the world is so large, the fact that there are so many characters, so many quests, missions, I guess is what you call them in a game like this, rather than quests. Huge areas, lots of different things you can explore, discover, lots of documents you can pick up and read later, shops, people. And if you are not one for the main storylines, well, you can always kind of go and hunt bounty. That is an option. Granted, the payouts aren't great, but you can. And I played through once before a bit and never realized that there was this sort of iconic weapon pickup opportunity. You buy back a weapon that you had worked on, and it was actually really cool. I wasn't expecting the visual and the design that it got. Plus, it's also upgradable. It has crafting options as well as upgrades that you can do as you pick up materials, and you can make the gun weapon pretty potent. Of course, you always want to, in the very beginning, you're looking for the best possible options for what you got. So again, I do apologize. I've been kind of out for a bit. I've sort of on and off been nursing an injury to my back. Oops, overdoing it, being ridiculous, as you do. But I'm back, and hopefully being back means that I'll be able to keep you guys re-updated and kind of reconnected with more of the content that you guys enjoy. That's kind of my big push is trying to make sure that you guys have all the content available. But this unfortunately does last for a bit here. I hadn't done this before, so of course I had to read through this and really understand what it was I was doing before I jumped right into it. But the last thing I want to show you guys is just after this. Of course, I look at some of the crafting options and I get to show you guys what it looks like. This is the Dying Night. It's really cool looking, but I wanted to show you guys sort of the world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step back, go ahead and let you guys just finish up this clip, which I hope you guys enjoy. And I will see you guys very, very shortly. So thanks for tuning in.
Scientists from Biodyne Systems have announced a breakthrough in the fight against multiples.
Oh, it's time for your local news. The Aratama Matsuri Festival is nearly upon us. To mark the event, the streets of Night City will come alive with exquisite multi-story dashi floats. The festival program will also include musical performances by biwa virtuosos and theatrical performances in the No tradition. The sponsor for the festival is the Arasaka Corporation. And, in an exciting development, even Hanako Arasaka has announced her participation in the Dashi Parade. From all of us at WNS News, we wish you a safe...
So, we gonna talk about yesterday?
Orbital
Alright guys, welcome back. I hope that wasn't too much for some folks. I hope that was just enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I have been playing this game for a while now. I picked it up right before 1.1, so I did get to see all of the bad stuff. But then patch 1.1 hit, then 1.2, and now we're on 1.3, which I think is much more stable, but it still has a lot of hiccups. But, you know, let's wait for 1.4, right? Anyway, as always, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm going to be doing some retro games coming up next week. I hope you guys enjoyed those. And, you know, if you want to stay in with your bearded dynamo, make sure you hit that bell notification icon down below. That way you know anytime I post a new video. So, if it was a video you liked, share it with a friend, you know, so they can enjoy it too. And if you didn't like it, comment down below. Let me know why, so if it's something I can fix. And also, share it with somebody who might like it. But I am your bearded dynamo. Same beard time, same beard channel, with the content you crave. You take it easy, guys.